Coming up, an overload of animals is confounding the folks at High Country Humane. Plus, we'll tell you about a howl of a good time in Sedona. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Quanah Arnold.
And I'm Sheridan Herman. Thanks for tuning in.
The High Country Humane Animal Shelter is literally overflowing with animals. NAZ Today's Emma Long has the story.
The kennels and cages are full, and just about any open space is full of dogs, cats, and rabbits. All of them need a home, but it was even worse this summer.
We have over 200 animals in the building, and throughout the summer we had anywhere from 250 to upwards of 350, which was really full for High Country Humane. The building can more adequately hold about 150 animals, so we have been over capacity for quite some time now.
With every kennel full, they have resorted to housing animals in offices and other rooms on site. Olson believes the uptick may have something to do with COVID, and things are getting worse. By the end of 2021, they expect to see 500 to 700 more animals than last year.
We are beyond this phase of COVID, and COVID has changed all of our lives, but it has changed pets' lives too. So as families become more active, there's less availability to be at home with pets like we saw during COVID. But even during the year of COVID, we saw more intakes last year than we saw the year before.
If you're interested in helping, you have many options. High Country Humane is looking for short-term foster parents for puppies, kittens, and adult dogs. In-house volunteers, donations, and business sponsorships are also needed. Perhaps the most important thing people can do to help: spay and neuter your pets. Olson says pet overpopulation is a national crisis. And of course, if you are looking to adopt a pet, now is the perfect time. Adoption fees for cats and dogs have been reduced to $50, which is a great deal. All pets have been spayed or neutered, microchipped, given any necessary medical care, and are ready to go right into a new home. Emma Long, NAZ Today.
Jury deliberations continue today in the criminal trial of Timothy Duran, charged with 6 criminal counts, including first-degree murder. He's accused of killing his wife with a screwdriver and a carving knife back in 2019. The crimes occurred in Doney Park, and the Arizona Daily Sun reports that Duran's defense attorney does not deny the murder, but is asking the jury to determine whether the killing was premeditated.
After making an alleged racist remark at a school board meeting, the superintendent of Page Unified School District resigned, then apparently changed his mind and is back on the job. Larry Warren was accused of calling Indigenous students brown kids in a school board meeting on October 19th. He resigned Sunday, but then apologized for his actions and went back to work on Tuesday. The Arizona Board of Regents released a new set of goals for all public university presidents, including our NAU president, Dr. Jose Luis Cruz Rivera. These goals are backed with cash bonuses set by the regents. If the presidents don't meet the goals, they make less money. According to the regents, President Cruz Rivera's goals are aimed towards affordability and improved financial aid, as well as encouraging more people from working-class families to attend and graduate from NAU. Meanwhile, Northern Arizona is known for historic Native American cultures that have existed for centuries. The Museum of Northern Arizona is working to help preserve these cultures and to educate the public on different tribes in Northern Arizona. NAZ Today's Josh Otsby has more.
The Museum of Northern Arizona works to keep alive cultures from the tribes in the Colorado Plateau region.
Some of the tribes included is obviously Zuni, Hopi, Navajo. We also cover the Wallapais, and what else? The Northern Apache tribe.
Although COVID put a temporary stop to the museum's well-known workshops on Native culture, they are coming back.
The workshops we do, we used to bring in traditional artists to teach people how to do basket weavings. We have had someone do gourd carvings. We've also had people do stone carvings here.
Dashini says it's all about increasing awareness of the rich Native cultures that so many Northern Arizonans might be unaware of.
So the goal of that is to educate the public on the craftsmanship of traditional arts.
Archivist Melissa Lawton says a big part of the museum's work involves preserving priceless artifacts.
The first is, of course, the preservation of the material itself. making sure that it's going to be available for future generations, and that we preserve the context that it comes in, and that it preserve the information. But on the other hand, I think that providing access to our collections is even perhaps, I don't want to say more important, but equally as important. I say this all the time, you know, what's the point of keeping something if no one's ever going to see it or be able to use it?
The next event is the 2021 Winter Art Market, showcasing Native artists and their work, on December 11th and 12th at the museum. Josh Osby, NAZ Today.
Well, Flagstaff is rated one of the happiest places to live, and we'd be willing to bet that part of that happiness comes from the joy of an animal companion.
That's right, and nothing makes me smile more than a cute face of a dog or a cat. The Coconino Humane Association has multiple options if you were looking for a new companion. NAZ Today's Matt Keenitz has more in this week's Pet of the Week.
Thanks, Quana. This week we met Zuko, an outgoing and playful pup who just happens to be faster than grease lightning. Energetic, loyal, and adorable, Zuko is the perfect dog for an active family looking for a new playmate.
This is my friend Zuko. Zuko is a 3-year-old lab mix, already neutered, came into us about 2 weeks ago.
Zuko is kind, spontaneous, and quite the goofball.
He's a very nice doggy, very high energy. He's going to need a family that's going to be able to run him around, run some of this energy off. He still acts like a puppy. He's got very puppy energy.
Although his journey here was not the happiest, Zuko always seems to be happy.
Fortunately, his family wasn't able to take care of him anymore, so they brought him into us so we can get him adopted out.
Zuko loves to play with his toys. He also loves getting attention and just needs someone to share some time with.
Well, probably somebody's going to have a lot of energy, so maybe a younger person, or somebody's going to be able to take him out running, take him out for walks on a regular basis. Somebody who's a hiker might be a really good fit. That way he can run off a bunch of this puppy energy off of him.
Zuko is available to be adopted now for $215, which covers medical expenses and 30 days of pet health insurance. If you believe Zuko is the perfect addition to your family, head down to the Coconino Humane Association today. Zuko is ready to zoom out of there with his new family. Matt Keenitz, NAZ Today.
Well, speaking of pets, Sedona knows how to celebrate Halloween in style. NAZ Today's Sonia Leva has the story.
It's nearly Halloween and spooky season is in full swing here in Sedona. This past weekend, costume canines and their owners filled the streets of Tlaquepaque for the first ever Halloween, pun intended, dog parade hosted and created by Bow Wow Boutique owner Kathy Lauterbach.
So we have a great crowd today, and everybody's just going to have fun.
All this silliness was for a good cause. The proceeds and donations from the event will go to the Humane Society of Sedona. Residents and visitors showed up and showed off creative and wacky costumes on their pets.
We're supporting the Humane Society and homeless dogs and all that good stuff. So we're big dog lovers. We both have dogs of our own. So
the categories were yes, doggone cutest, craziest canine, and leader of the pack, and the dogs did not disappoint. Participants in the parade were able to win cash prizes and trophies, but most importantly, they were helping out homeless critters. Events like these provide vital funding for the Humane Society to continue operation and keep assisting hundreds of pets each year. Executive Director of the Sedona Humane Society, Jennifer Brayler, says she couldn't be more grateful.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're just so thankful to the community and all the support they do, and we've been able to help about 600 animals, homeless animals, this year alone.
Organizers of the event hope this isn't the last of the parading pets in Sedona.
This will be the first of hopefully decades of our pet parade.
Most of the dogs took it all in stride and didn't seem to mind their, shall we say, unique costumes. But there are always a few who just don't want to follow the rules. Sonia Leva, NAZ Today.
Coming up, investigators collect about 600 items of evidence in the shooting on the movie set for Rust. Stay with us.
Halloween is right around the corner. I'll tell you what weather you can expect heading into the weekend right after this break. Stay tuned.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back. New information of the deadly incident on the set of the movie Rust is coming to light. The Santa Fe County Sheriff says the gun used by actor Alec Baldwin fired a live round that killed the cinematographer and injured the assistant director. CNN's Daryl Forges has the latest.
The facts are clear. A weapon was handed to Mr. Baldwin. The weapon is functional and fired a live round.
After nearly a week of uncertainty, Santa Fe Sheriff Adam Mendoza says investigators suspect it was a live round fired by actor Alec Baldwin that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injured director Joel Souza on the set of the movie Rust. Sheriff Mendoza says the so-called dead projectile was recovered from Souza's shoulder.
We regard this specific spent casing and recovered projectile to be the live round that was fired from the revolver by Mr. Baldwin.
Through search warrants, investigators say they collected about 600 items of evidence, including 3 firearms, approximately 500 rounds of ammunition, and several pieces of clothing and accessories.
We believe that we have in our possession the firearm that was fired by Mr. Baldwin.
Now they are working to figure out how a loaded gun ended up in Baldwin's hands that day.
People that inspected or handled the firearm when it was loaded before it got to Mr. Baldwin, we're interviewing. And there's some follow-up questions that we need to do.
Baldwin is cooperating with investigators. As for potential charges for anyone involved,
we cannot answer that question yet until we complete a more thorough investigation.
I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. My support team never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew who I could become as a person. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your Wednesday night student forecaster, Lacey Frawn, and I hope you're all enjoying the halfway point to your week. Heading into the weekend, we're going to continuing this trend of dry conditions. It's going to be fairly warm heading into the weekend, but the nighttime temperatures are getting colder. That's because of the drier temperatures. There's not a lot of humidity to balance out those highs and lows. So if you're heading out tonight after the show, be sure to bundle up. And even on Halloween night, if you're taking your children out or if you're going out yourself, just be sure to bring some extra layers with you. Taking a look at our current satellite over northern Arizona, you see that there's no cloud coverage at all, even in New Mexico. Most of the cloud coverage is up in the northwest. That is because of a high pressure system. It's keeping all of that cloud coverage out of the way for the next few days. Flagstaff currently, the high is at 54 degrees, clear skies, and then humidity at 27% with those southwest winds at 9 miles per hour. So just a little breeze, nothing too intense. Our low tonight is going to go down to 34 degrees. We're pretty on average for those highs and lows. We're about 5 degrees above the average low and then just 2 degrees below the average high. Nowhere near those records. And then checking in with those precipitation numbers, we didn't get any today. We got about 0.3 inches yesterday. So since January 1st, we're at 20.94 inches, still above average. Taking a look at our highs across the state for today, everywhere was fairly average. Prescott at 64, Payson at 67, Grand Canyon at 53, and Kingman at 70. Bringing it back to Flagstaff tonight, the low is going to be 54 with a beautiful waning gibbous moon. It's going to be mostly clear skies, so you can see the stars out tonight. If you do go out tonight, again, just be sure to bundle up. It will be chilly. Tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit warmer at 61 degrees with some beautiful sunny skies and a nice sunset at 6:44. Taking a look at temperatures across the state for tomorrow, everywhere is going to warm up slightly. So Kingman, high of 77, low of 49, Show Low, high of 62, low of 34, and then Prescott, high of 68, low of 41, bringing it back to Flagstaff. Tomorrow we're looking at a low of 34, and across the board our lows are going to be in the mid-30s, but those highs will go up to 66 on Friday and then back down to the high 50s for the weekend. That's all I have for weather, but be sure to stay tuned for sports with Michael Manny after the break.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Good evening and welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your sports reporter Michael Manny, here to catch you up on all things Northern Arizona sports. Let's get right into it. 2 weeks ago, the Coconino Panthers lost their first regional game in 3 years to the Prescott Badgers. But they started a new streak in a big way Friday, beating the Mingus Union Marauders 28-14 on senior night. A week after setting career highs in yards and touchdowns, running back Cooper French had an even bigger night, a school record 41 carries for 354 yards, obliterating the previous record set in 1978 and 2016. Another big part of the Panthers' win was the defense putting the brakes on star Mingus running back Angelo Alvarez. The last time Mingus was in town to take on Flagstaff, September 17th, Alvarez scored not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 total touchdowns. Since then, he's found the end zone 9 more times. The Panthers front was able to stave off Alvarez's explosive plays, and the team is now second in the Grand Canyon region. Next up, they'll travel to Prescott Valley to take on the Bradshaw Mountain Bears before finishing the year at Lake Havasu and against Flagstaff for the city championship. Over at Flagstaff High School, the Eagles volleyball team has just one more regular season match versus Lee Williams before the state tournament begins. Coach Beth Hagelin's team is 13-3, trailing only the Bradshaw Mountain Bears, who are a perfect 11-0 in the Grand Canyon region. The Eagles have won 8 of their last 9 matches, with their only loss coming against these Bears October 19th. Not only have the Eagles succeeded in region play, they've dominated it, with 7 of their wins during the streak coming in straight sets. As the season winds down, it also means outside hitter Gracelyn NAZ is coming to the end of her historic career. Earlier this season, the senior earned her 1,000th career kill and has helped lead the team to the 4A state semifinals each of the last 4 years. The Eagles' regular season finale versus the Volunteers is in Kingman tomorrow at 6 p.m. Shifting over to the college ranks, the Lumberjacks soccer team has ended conference play on a 6-match win streak against all Big Sky opponents to clinch their spot in the Big Sky tournament. With a 2-1 win over the Portland State Vikings and a Weber State loss, the Lumberjacks earned the 3rd seed in the tournament, which will take place November 3rd through 7th in Greeley, Colorado. It's been quite the turnaround for the Lumberjacks to clinch the 3rd seed. After starting their non-conference slate 0-7, conference play didn't begin much better, with 3 straight losses before their current win streak. A huge part of this streak has been senior forward Madison Montgomery, who has been everywhere, scoring 3 goals and assisting on 4 others. The Lumberjacks will take on Sacramento State in the quarterfinals November 3rd, with the winner getting Montana in the next round. Well, that's all we have for sports tonight, but stay tuned for your weather recap with Lacey Fraun after the break.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Hi, Meals on Wheels. I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels. I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Welcome back. Let's take one last look at weather for your next few days. Friday, it's going to heat up to 66, and then heading into the weekend, it's going to cool off. Sunday, that's what the little pumpkin's for, is going to cool down to 59 degrees throughout Monday. So if you are going out this weekend, please dress accordingly, especially if you're going out in the evening. There's going to be plenty of events going on. Kawana and Sheridan, what's going on this weekend?
Well, Lacey, you can't have Halloween without some spooky events, and this weekend has no shortage of those. This Saturday, there will be a fall festival on the NAU campus where you can go dressed in your spookiest outfit for a costume contest, face painting, trick-or-treating, and more.
That sounds like fun, and if you're looking for something to do off campus to celebrate the season, Prescott's organizing their annual haunted house called Purge 21 starting October 28th. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do this Halloween, Kwana, but haunted houses are not really my thing, so I think I might stay downtown and see if there's anything to do up there.
That is always a super fun option. And by the way, for all of our viewers, this weekend through Halloween, we will be having a social media photo contest. So please post your best pictures of you with your pet in a costume and add the hashtag NAZ photo feature. I am so excited to see those costumes.